Yep. Okay. got the camera. Okay, I'm going to turn it off.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to HarbourCats. This is the first meeting of the pregame visit by the defending WCL champion Corvallis, a team that hasn't been here in a few seasons. Corvallis is here tonight Wednesday and Thursday for great coach of the park during this homestand. Joining us here Okay, starting for your HarbourCats, brought to you by 1.8 show.
I think I took your chair.
Leading off break user number 42, second first base number 14, Corvallis. Batting third base number 5, Davis Martel. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 37, Kevin Pollard. Batting fifth, second base number 11, Hunter Johnson. Batting sixth,
Yeah.
tickets right away. Kirby's Water Fountain is once again using the water located at 50 Riverside Road West, St. Paul's, Florida. Kirby's Water Fountain is providing all clean washing jars and tools to assist loaders. If you own laundry, Kirby's can operate in the space or the works of other fresh services in the owner's staff. Building energy monitoring and tickets.
Yeah, that's true.
I got it. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it is. It's certainly a technical industry, but yeah, I guess. Now is now good?
You ready for a sound check?
Yeah, I'm gonna set mine up.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're here in Victoria at Royal Athletic Park getting set for the... Good? Okay.
Thank you. How are you guys doing? Oh yeah, getting turned right now.
All right, fans, have a big round of applause for the #1 mascot in the WCL, Harvey, the HarbourCat. to you by the Royal J Airport Shuttle. My home plate, Joe Mountain. First base, Bill Bourgeois. And third base, Jack Mincy. Today's Harbour the Royal J Airport Shuttle. Tonight's HarbourCats battle is brought to you by all batteries. Starting after today, number 10, right on. And starting pitcher, number 20, AJ Hall. Starting pitcher is Scott Battery, brought to you by all batteries. Jeff Smith to the field, Jeff Smith. Jeremy and George will be moving on down to Section 11. Rosie is 3 and 4. Race 2 for Hina now for Max Furniture. Jeremy and George.
Hey, Paul. Good. What's happening, man? Well, I'm at the ballpark. I'm video. Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week. Yeah, and I had to work today. They called me in because a couple of people were sick. Yeah. But I'm not going to answer the phone tomorrow, so if you want to get together and get lunch. Okay. I'll give you a call in the morning and we can arrange meetup time. I got to get back to what I'm doing. Okay, ciao.
Thanks a lot, Dan. I appreciate it. Welcome everybody to the start of this 3-game series in the Corvallis Nights. It's also Investors Group Day in the Park. Family Day, and I want to show you a rare something here today. We'll talk about it in a minute, but the 50/50 is going to National Little League. The Investors Group has done that. We're going to get a chance to thank you for that in a few seconds. I just want to bring attention to some of the things that are going to happen over the next couple of days. It's a very busy week for us here in the Royal Athletic Park. We're excited because we started to get some of the home games going here now, and it's a great part of our schedule. Tomorrow night is the first of our 8th night with glad attendance. Church around the corner, we're excited to have that night here. It's also Wednesday with Roger Dodger on Sanders here at the park. On Thursday night, it is the biggest home night. The last you bring it rolling in is another wrestler on the very important cause. On Friday, it's the first Forces Friday with Galaxy Motors. We're excited to have a night to celebrate our forces here in Victoria as well. And Saturday, the Peninsula Co-op is coming together with us to do something pretty fun. On this field right here, from 11 o'clock until 4:30, people can come out and enjoy the game. We're playing a community scrum game of baseball. First of all, where's Ruben? Welcome to the game, please don't scream with Jim. Hey, I did that. I'd like to bring to the field Mr. Jeff Smith from Investors Group. Jeff, if you come on out here, please. Jeff is, he's going to be volleyball. This is a great Investors Group. There's a charity slide that we can do here, certainly a relationship side for everybody. Best to work with Jeff. Taking over on that. All our congratulations, thank you very much. Jeff, thank you to investors for what you do for this family here at the park. We appreciate it greatly. Thank you. Enjoy the game, and back up to you guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps for the singing of the national anthems.
What a Good evening and welcome to Royal Athletic Park here in Victoria. We're getting set for Game 1 of 3 between the Victoria HarbourCats and the defending West Coast League champion Corvallis Knights. My name is Mike Edwards, filling in once again for Jonathan Hodgson. We're glad you're with us for tonight's ball game on Go Live Broadcast. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Corvallis Knights here for this evening's ball game. Emilio Alcantar leads off in center field. Matt Kelly at third base, bats second. Jordan Cassar in right field, batting third. Dylan Schrum at first base, bats cleanup. Gabe Matthews in the 5 spot as the designated hitter. Jace Duty behind the plate catching tonight, bats 6th. Taylor Travis in left field, bats 7th. Jack Kuzma batting 8th at second base. And Chad Stevens, the shortstop, bats 9th for Corvallis. The lineup, that's the lineup that AJ Block will face, the starter tonight for Victoria. Block has made 3 starts so far on the season and has been very good, posting a 1.25 ERA. He has a 2-0 record, and in 14 1/3 innings so far on the year, he has 18 strikeouts, allowed only 4 hits and 7 walks. So Block will certainly be looking to carry that momentum into this start here against a tough Corvallis lineup. We'll now take a look at the defensive alignment behind Block for Victoria this evening. Left to right in the outfield, Riley Zajac. In left field, Connor Whitney gets a start in center, and DJ Porter in right field. At third base, David Wenzel, Cole Weiss at short, Tucker Johnson at second, and Pao Ho Wong at first base as Andrew Vaughn leaving the HarbourCats to head to collegiate national team tryouts for the U.S. Summer Collegiate National Team. So Po Hao Wong back in the lineup at first base. Bryce Bonner is behind the plate for Victoria, forming the battery with Block. A beautiful evening for baseball here in Victoria. Clear skies and a comfortable 17 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow is the start of summer, as we know, on June 21st. Tonight is June the 20th. The longest day of the year is coming up tomorrow, so we should have plenty of daylight for this one here tonight as AJ Block looks in for the first pitch of this ball game. And he fires the first pitch low for ball 1 to Emilio Alcantar. Alcantar on the season, batting .220, 11 hits and 50 at-bats, has 8 runs scored and 4 RBIs. Swings at the second pitch and lines it into the glove of the second baseman, Tucker Johnson. So a fortunate out to start the night for AJ Block. A line out off the bat of Alcantar to second base, and quickly 1 out for Block, and now it's the 2-hitter Matt Kelly at third base this evening. Kelly hitting .311 on the campaign, 11 runs scored, 6 RBIs for him. And here's the first pitch to Kelly. A big breaking ball misses outside and high. 1 ball and no strikes. The HarbourCats took the first of 7 in a row here at Royal Athletic Park last night, or I should say yesterday afternoon on School Spirit Day. 2-0 the count to Kelly. And this becomes an important stretch for Victoria, the 7-game homestand. They had the 1 game against Port Angeles yesterday, now 3 against Corvallis, and then 3 more over the weekend. 2 balls and no strike count, and it's fouled off by Kelly, 2-1. The 3 games on the weekend I mentioned coming up are against the Walla Walla Sweets. Victoria played Walla Walla last week in Walla Walla and got swept by those Sweets. So looking to return the favor in a couple days on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Here for the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday series, though, against Corvallis. This is in Game 1 here tonight. Swing and a miss by Kelly. That's strike 3 and the first strikeout of the evening for AJ Block. Here is Jordan Cassar for Corvallis, and he has put up some big numbers so far on the campaign, leading the West Coast League with 6 home runs. And of course that also means he leads these Knights with 6 home runs, also leads the team 14 RBIs, and he's hitting .328. Cassar, going into his senior season next season at Pepperdine University, a native of El Cajon, California. No balls and 2 strikes the count on Cassar. Block doing a nice job getting ahead of him. And here's the pitch. That one missing outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch. This one lined into right field. Coming in is DJ Porter, and he makes the play. DJ Porter coming in on the run to retire the side. HarbourCats coming up to hit after the break on Go Live broadcasts. Back here in Victoria for the bottom of the first inning. HarbourCats coming up to hit. And let's take a look at the lineup for Victoria here tonight. DJ Porter leading things off in right field. Pao Ho Wong in the 2 spot at first base. Davis Wenzel, who came through with a big 2-run triple in yesterday afternoon's ball game, bats third. Kevin Collar, the designated hitter, in the cleanup spot. Tucker Johnson bats 5th at second base. Riley Zajac in left field bats 6th. As the 1-0 pitch on the way is swung on and missed by Porter. Batting 7th is Bryce Bonner, the catcher. Cole Weiss at shortstop bats 8th. And Connor Whitney in center field batting 9th. And the 1-1 pitch in tight. 2 balls and a strike on DJ Porter. Facing this HarbourCats lineup for Corvallis is Lewis Crow, a sophomore out of the University of San Diego, standing at 6'3", 180 pounds, as Porter laces that one foul by a matter of inches down the first base line. Count now 2-2. Crow actually a 16th round draft pick in 2016 of the Milwaukee Brewers in the Major League Baseball draft. And he's making his second start, his 3rd appearance of the season here tonight, posting a 3.60 ERA over 5 innings pitched on the year. Porter fouls it off, and it's still 2-2. In those 5 innings, Crow has allowed 2 hits, 4 walks, and has struck out 4. Here's the 2-2 pitch to DJ Porter. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Crow gets DJ Porter to lead off the game. For lead off the bottom of the first inning anyways. It's one down quickly here for Crow. And clearly a talented arm, Lewis Crow. The fact that he was a Major League Baseball draft pick is a testament to that. A native of Buena Park, California. Crow also has a save on the season, so one of his 2 appearances recorded a save, the other was a start, and making his second start of the campaign here this evening. Pao Wong is the hitter, with nobody on and 1 away. And Wong takes a strike, count even at 1-1. As mentioned, Pao Wong getting back in the lineup, hitting .314 with 4 RBIs and 6 runs scored on the campaign. Wong right back up the middle, snared off the glove of Crow, and this is going to be in for a hit. An infield single for Pao Wong. Crow was able to get a glove on it, but couldn't squeeze it, and that allowed Wong to reach. So the HarbourCats have their first base runner. Shirley scored an infield hit for Wong. That was a hard hit grounder right back to the pitcher. And here is Davis Wenzel. Came through big time in yesterday afternoon's ball game, as mentioned, with the 2-run triple that really extended the HarbourCats lead and made it comfortable. And what was certainly not a comfortable game, Adam McKillican, as they throw over and check on Wong at first. Adam McKillican, yesterday's starter for Victoria, was nothing short of dominant, posting 6 2/3 innings, 1 hit allowed, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts, no runs allowed. But it was 1-0 HarbourCats at the time, and Wenzel really broke the game open. A check swing, pop-up into foul territory over by first base is Schrum, and he makes the play. So Wenzel is retired. Looked like he was trying to check his swing, but got a piece of it, popped it into foul territory, and there are 2 down. So now hitting with 2 away and a runner on first is the DH Kevin Collard. Collard was 2 for 2 with a hit by pitch in yesterday's ball game before being lifted for DJ Porter. That raises the average for him to 304 on the season. Also has 8 RBIs. And here's the first pitch to Collard. That one missing for ball 1. Lewis Crow on the mound, looking for a quick first inning. Pao Wong did record that infield hit off of him, but a play that Crow had a chance to make. Would have been a tough play though, a hard hit ball right back at him. And Crow will step off and call for time. Out comes the catcher for Corvallis, Jace Duty. They have a quick chat. 1 ball and no strikes is the count to Collard at the plate. Tucker Johnson waiting in the on-deck circle for Victoria. Should Collard reach to extend the inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Collard hits it out to left field. Racing back is Travis, reaching up and making the play to end the inning. No score through 1 here in Victoria on Go Live broadcasts.
Tesseract computers are provided to provide free Wi-Fi and parts this year. And the HarbourCats network using Tesseract as the password to connect. Always point to hear with HarbourCats and Tesseract computers will be on Grove Street downtown. Thanks to Gary and staff for all of your support. Leading off for the Knights, the first baseman is number 31, Dylan.
Back here in Victoria, to the second inning we go, and after the Knights were retired in order in the top of the first by AJ Block, it is 4-5-6 here in the second, and Dylan Schrum looks at a strike on the first pitch of the inning. And the 0-1 gets to the backstop, 1 ball and 1 strike. Schrum on the season hitting .273 with 8 RBIs, 7 runs scored at first base and hitting cleanup here tonight. The 1-1 misses high, it's 2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch in there for strike 2. Close pitch, but ruled a strike, and count back even. And the pitch. This is high. Count full at 3-2. Here's the full count pitch. And Schrum hits it out to left center field, ranging over is Zajac, and he's going to haul it in for out number 1. So a full count worked by Dylan Schrum to lead off the second inning, but it results in a fly out. And now here's the designated hitter for Corvallis, Gabe Matthews. First pitch to Matthews, drops in for a strike. Off to a bit of a slow start here with the Knights. In limited action so far, Matthews, 2 hits in his first 12 at-bats. The appeal down the third is declined, no swing, and it's 1-1. Matthews, a member of the Oregon Ducks last season. This one hit slowly on the ground the first. Ho-Ha Wong will take it himself to the bag, and that's a quick out number 2. 5 up, 5 down for AJ Block to start the night. So the base is empty for Jace Duty, the catcher. Here in 2 outs in the inning. And Block fires across a strike on the first pitch. Again, AJ Block has been very good so far in his first 3 starts this season, and looks good so far here tonight as well. This one hit right back to the pitcher, snared by Block, and he will flip underhand to Wong at first to retire the side. 6 up, 6 down for AJ Block as we are scoreless here at Royal Athletic Park.
Thanks very much, man. Every game, Wilson's Transportation and the HarbourCats are pleased to recognize a serviceman or woman involved with the Canadian Armed Forces. Today, we have Daniel Gendron, who's originally from Sault Ste. Marie, has lived here in Victoria for 10 years. He joined the military in 1997. He's a Marine engineer. He's been in the South China Sea, the Arabian Gulf, and South America. On behalf of Wilson's Transportation, the HarbourCats, can you please help me thank Daniel Gendron for his service to our country. So thank you.
Bottom of the second inning here at Royal Athletic Park, and Tucker Johnson will lead it off for Victoria. 5-hitter playing second base here this evening. Johnson had a pair of hits in yesterday afternoon's contest, raising the average to 308. As Lewis Crow settles in for the bottom of the second on the mound for Corvallis. And the first pitch, a breaking ball dropping in for strike one. A lot of break on that pitch by Crow. You could see Johnson turn away from it and then dropped in to the strike zone. Johnson goes after the second pitch, hitting it to short. A throw on to first, and they say they got him. Looked like Shroom over there at first base may have come close to coming off the bag, but the out is completed. And Johnson is retired to start the inning. Here's Riley Zajac now. And the pitch in the dirt is taken by Zajac for ball one. On the season, Zajac hitting .207 with a home run, 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Missing outside, 2-0. One ball and one strike, I should say, is the count. And here's the pitch. This one comes in tight and gets to the backstop. Now 1-2. Bryce Bonner waiting on deck for Victoria, followed by Cole Weiss here in the second inning. HarbourCats only have the one hit, which was an infield single by Po-Hao Wong. There's a strike, and now the count is 2-2. A little bit of confusion. It's 3-1. My apologies. Zajac on the ground to second. Jack Kuzma comes up with it, and he throws out Zajac for out number 2. Both pitchers looking pretty dialed in so far. AJ Block has retired the first 6 batters he's faced. Meanwhile, on the other side, Lewis Crow, again, allowed just the one hit, an infield hit that was a comebacker to the pitcher's mound, popped out of his glove, and allowed Wong to reach. Here's Bryce Bonner catching this evening for Victoria. Bonner has also spent some time on the infield, but behind the plate tonight and looking at a strike on the first pitch from Crow. And here's the 0-1. In there for strike 2. So quickly ahead in the count is Lewis Crow. Bonner is hitting .273, 6 hits and 22 at-bats, 3 RBIs. And the 0-2 pitch. Well outside, an easy take for Bonner, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 delivery from Lewis Crow is on the way. Just getting a piece of it was Bonner to stay alive up there. Still 1-2. Base is empty with 2 down. And another 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit up the middle, a soft liner, flagged down by the shortstop, Chad Stevens, and that'll do it for the HarbourCats here in the second. Scoreless through 2 on Go Live Broadcasts.
Thank you, boys and Dustin, and again, thank you to BCJ County. Fans, we want to head down to some of the learns that our speed help us start doing all meetings with the Canadian Diabetes Association.
No score here in Victoria through 2 innings of play. We start the top of the third with the left fielder Taylor Travis digging in. Travis at 250 on the campaign with 4 RBIs from Springfield, Oregon. And here's the first pitch from AJ Block. That one in for strike 1. Adam Block, or AJ Block I should say, doing his best to go head toe-to-toe with Adam McKillican here tonight after the performance McKillican put forth last night. Block only through the 2 innings so far, but hasn't allowed a hit or a walk so far. Nothing in 2 pitches, swung on and missed. That's a 3-pitch strikeout for AJ Block to start the 3rd inning.
Now batting the KJ batter, the second baseman for 16, Jack Kuzma.
There's the second baseman, Jack Kuzma. Hasn't yet recorded a hit in 6 at-bats so far on the campaign for Corvallis, a native of Minnetonka, Minnesota. Nothing in 1, or I should say 1 ball and no strikes, the count to Kuzma, and the pitch well inside, 2-0. Kuzma had to hop out of the way of that one up there at the plate. Swinging a foul by Kuzma, now 2-1. Waiting in the on-deck circle is the shortstop Chad Stevens for Corvallis. 2-1. That one missing for ball 3. So Block is in danger of his first walk of the evening. And here's the 3-1 pitch. This one is hit high into center field. Ranging in is DJ Porter from right, and he's going to cut across the center fielder Connor Whitney to make the play. So 2 quick outs recorded here in the 3rd inning by Block, and he is lucky to get through the first time through the night's order without allowing a base runner. Swinging a foul on the first pitch by Chad Stevens. Stevens at 125 on the season. Just 8 at-bats for him, has the 1 hit, 1 run scored as well. The 1 pitch is in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Ball and a strike to Stevens is swung on and missed for strike 2. AJ Block working quickly out there on the mound. Doesn't take much time between pitches. And he's firing a lot of strikes here to start this ball game. 1-2. Missing high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Base is empty here for Corvallis. They've not had a base runner so far here tonight against AJ Block, with 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. 2-2 misses in the dirt, and it's full 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch from Block. Swing and a miss, strike 3. AJ Block is through 3 perfect innings for the HarbourCats, and we head to the bottom of the 3rd. scoreless in Victoria.
Leading off for your HarbourCats, the shortstop from UNC Wilmington, number 26, Cole Weiss.
Back here in Victoria for the bottom of the third inning. No score for either club so far, the HarbourCats and the Knights. And the home plate umpire in between innings was getting a little bit of ice on his hand. Looked like one of the pitches in that last frame may have caught him in the hand or forearm area, so getting some ice from the HarbourCats training staff. But he appears as though he was just a little dinged up and it's good to go. For the bottom of the third, 1-0 count to Cole Weiss out of UNC Wilmington. Weiss getting the start at shortstop. This evening there's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Weiss. He's also received starts at second and third on the infield. Weiss at 281 with 4 runs scored, 2 RBIs. And missing just outside on 1-1, 2 balls and a strike. 8-9-1 here in the third inning for Victoria. Weiss followed by the center fielder Connor Whitney, and then the top of the order. And here's the 2-1. Just outside, and it's 3-1. 2 close pitches, the last 2 offerings from Lewis Crow, but both of them ruled outside off the plate. And a good hitter's count for Weiss here on 3-1. Swing and a miss, a big cut by Weiss, but came up empty, and it's now 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch from Lewis Crow, and time before the payoff is going to be called by the home plate umpire Joe Mallinson. Now Crow is set for the 3-2. Weiss into left field, ranging over to it is Travis, dives and he can't come up with it. This is going to be trouble down the left field line. Weiss into second with a leadoff double. A valiant effort by the left fielder Taylor Travis, trying to track that one down, made a headlong dive, just couldn't rein it in, and Weiss stands on second base with nobody out for the 9-hitter Connor Whitney. Crow will step off and take some more time before the first pitch to Whitney, who is hitting 130 on the season. Getting the start in center field here tonight. Ethan Lopez has been receiving a lot of playing time in center, but Whitney getting a start here in game 1 of this series. Called strike. Whitney was showing bunt. Perhaps trying to move Weiss over to third with less than 2 outs. We'll see if the bunt is on again here on 0-1. Crow looks in for the signs. And now comes set for the 0-1 pitch. Again, showing bunt is Whitney. Perfectly executed to the third baseman. Throw across the diamond is in time for the first out, but HarbourCats playing a little small ball here in the third inning, getting the leadoff double and then the sacrifice bunt to get Cole Weiss over to third.
Number 42, DJ Porter.
So DJ Porter has an RBI opportunity here with less than 2 outs and a runner on third. Porter came up with a big hit, a double to the right center field gap in yesterday's contest that scored a run.
Shadow. Oh, that's perfect. Good call.
And looking to add to the RBI total for him. That was his first RBI yesterday for Porter on that double. Porter swinging away at the first pitch and popping it foul. No balls and 1 strike to DJ Porter. Cole Weiss stands on third with 1 away here in the bottom of the third inning. Victoria looking to strike first here in game 1 of this 3-game set against Corvallis. 0-1 pitch, a half-hearted swing by Porter, and he came up empty. It's 0-2. So DJ Porter's going to have to battle here and try to put something in play that gives Weiss a chance to come in from third. Nothing in 2. Well outside and in the dirt, and it's blocked by the catcher, Jace Duty. Still ahead in the count is Lewis Crow, 1-2. Po Hao Wong stands on deck for Victoria. And the 1-2 from Crow. Swing and a miss. Porter chased the high pitch, and Crow blew it by him for strike 3. So with 2 away, and Weiss still on third, it will be Po Hao Wong needing a hit to drive in that go-ahead run. Wong does have the only hit for Victoria, or I should say one of the 2 hits Victoria has in the ball game back in the first inning, an infield single. The other one coming, of course, from Weiss in this inning, leading it off with the double. Wong takes low in the dirt for ball 1. And Jace Duty will go out to have a chat with his pitcher, Lewis Crow. That gives us a chance to remind you, or to tell you, that in between the third and fourth innings, we will show you highlights from the HarbourCats 6-1 win yesterday against the Port Angeles Lefties to move to 4-0 on the season against Port Angeles. That again coming up in between the third and fourth innings. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a foul back to the screen by Wong, and it's 1-1. One ball and 1 strike, and here's the delivery from Crow. That one misses high. 2 balls and a strike now to Po Hao Wong. That infield single was a hard hit grounder back to the pitcher. Would have been interesting to see if it got through the middle of the infield had it not been deflected off the glove of Crow. 2-1, and a foul by Wong. Now 2-2. Two outs here in the bottom of the third inning. A scoreless game so far. Victoria looking to scrape the first run of the game across the board with Cole Weiss at third base and Po Hao Wong at the plate. And here's the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. Wong pops it up. Behind third base is Kelly, and retreating makes the play. So the HarbourCats threaten with a runner on third, but can't cash him in. And we will show you highlights from the HarbourCats' 6-1 win yesterday against Port Angeles.
All right, we're going down the third baseline.
To Royal Athletic Park here in Victoria, we have some day baseball for you on School Spirit Day at the ballpark between the Victoria HarbourCats and the Port Angeles Lefties. And that's in there, strike 3 called. No-hit batters. Tangen hits it into left field. Riley Zajac tracking it back, and he hauls it in to end the inning. Adam McKillican, another 1-2-3 frame. First pitch to Rios, up the middle, a base hit. Kakai Rios comes through. In to score is Tucker Johnson, and the HarbourCats hit the board first. It's 1-0. Here's the first pitch. This gets to the backstop. Coming in from third is Garella. He is safe. And the HarbourCats extend the lead to 2-0 on the wild pitch. Looking for more. Wenzel to right field. Over to it. And this is down for extra bases. 2 runs are going to come in to score. Wenzel digging for 3. Here's the throw home. It is not in time. Shipley scores, Vaughn scores, Wenzel has a triple. And welcome to the HarbourCats, Davis Wenzel. For the 4th inning, AJ Block has retired the Knights in order up until this point. Alcantar gets hit by a pitch, the first pitch of the inning. So no longer a chance for a perfect game for AJ Block. And you can bet the Knights will take a base runner of any sort, and the hit by pitch accomplishes that. So here's the number 2 hitter, Matt Kelly. And Block will throw over to check on Alcantar at first base. Already into the middle innings of this one, here in the top of the 4th. No score to this point, and both pitchers have been very good. AJ Block just now allowing his first base runner, Lewis Crow, on the other side, as Alcantar is back in safely at first base. Lewis Crow on the other side for Corvallis has allowed 2 hits in 3 scoreless innings with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch to Kelly is a foul tip into the glove of Bryce Bonner, and it's 0-1. Time is called from behind home plate by the home plate umpire Joe Mallinson. And Block sets for the 0-1. Runner goes. And the throw gets away from Bonner before he could pull the trigger. So a 1-1 count on Matt Kelly, and now a runner in scoring position with still nobody out. A stolen base for Emilio Alcantar here with Kelly, and then Jordan Cassar waiting on deck. Ball and a strike. This one hit into left field, coming in Zajac. It's dropping, and it's down for a base hit. To third goes Alcantar. He will stop there, but runners on the corners and nobody out for Corvallis here in the 4th. And it's Matt Kelly finally able to get to Block for the Knights' first hit. And it's Jordan Cassar standing in now for Corvallis, leading the team in home runs and RBIs, leading the West Coast League with 6 home runs already this season in just 58 at-bats. And the first pitch to Cassar. is in for strike one. AJ Block trying to work out of a jam here in the fourth inning. Again, did not face any sort of trouble whatsoever through the first three. Swing and a miss by Cassar, and Block is ahead 0-2. Emilio Alcantar is on third, Matt Kelly on first. And here's the 0-2 delivery to Cassar at the plate. Over to first, the throw over, and back to the bag is Kelly. Now here's the 0-2. Off is the runner, a check swing, and dropping it at the plate was Bonner. The appeal says that Cassar didn't go on the swing, so it's a stolen base for Kelly. And still alive at the plate is Cassar with a 1-2 count. 2 stolen bases in the inning here for Corvallis. Both Emilio Alcantar and Matt Kelly have swiped second on AJ Block. Neither time has Bryce Bonner been able to get a throw off down to second base. So 2 runners in scoring position and nobody out, and the 1-2. This one is hit in the air to right field. Into foul territory is Porter, and he's not going to get there. DJ Porter was tracking that one, had a long run over to it that took him over near the HarbourCats bullpen. And it dropped in harmlessly for a foul ball. Still 1-2 on Cassar, with Dylan Schrum standing on deck, the cleanup hitter. Block looking for the first out of the inning at the plate to keep the runners where they are. And here's the 1-2. Bonner able to keep it in front of him. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2. On the ground to second. Runs coming in. It will score as Cassar is retired. A productive out. And add an RBI to his total as Corvallis jumps on the board first, and they lead 1-0. And another chance now for Corvallis to score a run without necessarily needing a hit, as Dylan Schrum comes to the plate with Matt Kelly at third, and still 1 out in the inning. Here's the 0-1. A check swing, but in for strike 2 from AJ Block as Schrum turns back to have a word with home plate umpire Joe Mallinson. Block is ahead 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout for AJ Block for out number 2 in the inning, and holding Matt Kelly at third. So now needing a hit to get that second run in here in the fourth inning for Corvallis is Gabe Matthews, the DH. And here's the first pitch of the at-bat by Block. Missing in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Block looking to tiptoe his way out of the fourth inning, allowing just the 1 run. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Just getting a piece of that one was Matthews, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Coming up in the middle of the fourth inning, we'll have the second half of the highlights from yesterday's game between Victoria and Port Angeles, as time is called from behind home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike the count on Gabe Matthews, with Matt Kelly at third base. Up the middle, a base hit. In to score is Kelly as Gabe Matthews comes through with a 2-out base hit to make it 2-0. AJ Block did the hard part by getting the strikeout with 1 out of Dylan Schrum, but then with 2 away, surrenders the single back up the middle by Gabe Matthews to score the run from third anyway. Showing bunt is the catcher, Jace Duty. And bunting it foul on the first pitch, 0-1. Don't see too many catchers try the bunt for a hit play, but Duty perhaps trying to surprise the HarbourCats here with 2 outs. Throw over and back in safely to the bag at first is Gabe Matthews. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Block, and another throw over first before the 0-1. Again, Matthews is in. Jace Duty at the plate, and Taylor Travis, the left fielder, waits in the on-deck circle should Duty reach here with 2 outs. 0-1 in the dirt, and count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1. 85 on the radar gun from Block, but missing high and outside. Now 2 balls and a strike, and that will prompt a mound visit by Bryce Bonner. He will talk things over briefly with AJ Block looking for that 1 more out to get out of this 4th inning. Already 2 runs in the inning for Corvallis. Block was perfect through 3, but has ran into a little bit of trouble. This one is hit well down the left field line, but foul. Right on that pitch from Block was Duty, but just a little out in front. Two balls and 2 strikes. And in the dirt once again from Block. Counts it. The count is full. Two runs in for Corvallis in the inning. Gabe Matthews is on first, and here's the 3-2. And a check swing. He held up. That is ball 4. The appeal down to first base. And Bill Bourgeois, the first base umpire, says no swing. So first and second now with 2 outs for Corvallis, and it'll be the left fielder Taylor Travis digging in. He was a strikeout victim of AJ Block his first time, and Mike Spears is out of the dugout to have a chat with Block. Block again was perfect through 3 innings, but has ran into some trouble in this 4th inning. And it didn't look like it, but he was the one who cracked first, as the HarbourCats had Corvallis starter Lewis Crow on the ropes with a runner at third and nobody out. Or a runner at third and 1 out, I should say, in the bottom of the 3rd inning. But unable to get that run in, and now Corvallis has come back with 2. So it's Matthews on second, Duty on first, and Taylor Travis at the plate. Has a chance to make it an even bigger inning here for Corvallis with a base hit, as Block will step off. Looking in for the signs, and now comes set. First pitch is popped up, and that will get out of play. No balls and a strike. And here's the pitch from AJ Block. Missing outside, and it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. In the dirt, gets away from Bonner, and both runners are going to advance. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Corvallis as Matthews makes his way to third. And Jay Studi at second with a 2-1 count on Taylor Travis. Two balls and a strike. And Block delivers. In the dirt again, and it's 3-1. So Block losing the strike zone a little bit here in this 4th inning. After pounding the zone to start the night through the first 3 frames. He does have a base open here, so doesn't necessarily need to come in. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And so now the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 runners in scoring position. And 2 outs for Corvallis, who lead 2-0. On the ground to second, Tucker Johnson up with it, and the throw to first, dug out of the dirt by Toha Wong to end the inning. But Corvallis strikes first with 2 runs in the frame. The second half of yesterday's highlights are coming your way right now.
Thanks very much, Nat. I'm down here at the bottom of section 10. I'd like to introduce everybody to somebody right here.
Into right field, dropping quickly in a base hit. Coming in to score is Wenzel, and Tucker Johnson has his second hit of the day and his first RBI. It's 5-0. Austin Tangen for Port Angeles. And on the first pitch, he gets it through the hole for a base hit. Going first to third is Cheney. The throw comes into second. And now they have the runner hung up. Kendall between first and second. They apply the tag, and that's the inning. And the 2-0 pitch. This one is hit well towards the right center field gap, and it's going to be down for extra bases. Wenzel wheeling around third. He is going to come in, and he will score. An RBI double for DJ Porter. Scores Davis Wenzel and extends the lead to 6-0. Alec Cheney waits on deck. This one is hit into center field, hanging up for Lopez. And he makes the play, and that is the ball game. Travis Kuhn makes things a little interesting in the top of the 9th, but the HarbourCats win it by a final of 6-1. Adam McKillican was dominant this afternoon, firing 6 2/3 innings, giving up 1 hit and 1 walk with 4 strikeouts. He gets a well-deserved win. Taking the loss for Port Angeles is Kieran Shaw. By Corvallis in the top half of the inning. They lead 2-0. Here as Wenzel, the third baseman, leads it off. And the first pitch is in for strike 1. So Lewis Crow out there on the mound for Corvallis has to be getting a boost of confidence from his team, giving him a 2-0 lead. Crow has allowed 2 hits, no walks, and has 2 strikeouts so far through 3 scoreless innings. Nothing in 2. And missing high on Wenzel. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Three, 4, 5 here for Victoria in the 4th inning. And the 1-2 pitch from Crow. Starting his swing, but holding up was Wenzel, and the pitch missed outside. It's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Wenzel goes down swinging. And a good start to the 4th inning for Lewis Crow with a strikeout of Davis Wenzel. So here's Kevin Collard now for Victoria with nobody on and 1 away in the inning. He flied out to right field in his first time up. One ball and no strikes. And in tight, did that clip Collard? Looked like it came awfully close. But just getting out of the way was Kevin Collard, and it's 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And just outside. Now 3-0. HarbourCats would gladly take a walk here with Collard and Tucker Johnson waiting on deck. 3-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a drive out to right center field. Ranging over is Kassar, and he is not going to get it. Rattling off the wall, Collard will stop at second, and that's a double all the way to the wall in right center field for Kevin Collard. So the HarbourCats with some life here in the fourth inning. Runner on second base, scoring position with one out, and Tucker Johnson at the plate. Knights open the scoring in the top half of the inning with 2 runs off of A.J. Block. HarbourCats now looking to answer back and at least get one of those runs back. And Crow sets for the first pitch to Johnson. And a good looking strike, a breaking ball dropping in for strike one. Some movement out in the HarbourCats bullpen down the right field line. A.J. Block was very good through the first 3 innings, didn't allow a base runner, but ran into a bit of trouble in the fourth. Here's the 0-1, and it's in for strike 2. Johnson quickly in the hole, nothing in 2. It'll be interesting to see if Block comes back out for the 5th. I think you would expect him to, after he was able to work out of trouble. Allowed the 2 runs in the inning, but he looked quite good the first 3 innings, really stymieing the Knights hitters at the plate. Nothing in 2 to Johnson. In there, strike 3 called, and Johnson is not happy. Having a word for the home plate umpire, Joe Mallinson, on his way back to the dugout. I think the pitch he wasn't happy with was the second pitch of the at-bat. He felt was outside. But nonetheless, it's a strikeout for Lewis Crow. That is his 4th of the evening. And now the HarbourCats will need a 2-out hit from Riley Zajac to give Collard a chance to come around and score. Zajac hits it well to right field. Ranging back is Kassar, and it is gone! Riley Zajac with his 2nd home run of the campaign for Victoria. A 2-run shot, and this game is tied. So one swing of the bat ties it up for Victoria. Kevin Collard comes in to score from second on the play. And Zajac showing off his power. His first home run with the HarbourCats was an opposite field shot in his first at-bat of his first start with Victoria, and now launches his 2nd home run of the season over the right field wall, over the head of Jordan Kassar. This one is hit out towards second, a soft liner caught by Jack Kuzma, and that'll do it in the inning, but Victoria ties it up on a 2-run blast off the bat of Riley Zajac. It's 2-2.
We've got Olivia and Noah ready to raise harmony. On your marks, get set, go! 32, Taylor Corvallis.
2-2 as we head to the 5th inning here in Victoria. The Victoria HarbourCats and the Corvallis Knights deadlocked here as Riley Zajac with a 2-run blast in the bottom of the 4th answered back the 2 runs the Knights put on the board in the top half. So each team with 2 runs in inning number 4. And the HarbourCats have a new pitcher on the mound here for the 5th. It is Taylor Prokopis from Colorado Mesa University. The first pitch is hammered into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. So a base hit to start the inning for Jack Kuzma as Corvallis tries to get their lead back here in inning number 5. Prokopis on the season has tossed 9 1/3 innings, a 2.89 ERA, allowed 10 hits, 3 walks with 9 strikeouts. And the first pitch is fouled off. This is the number 9 hitter, Chad Stevens, the shortstop, at the plate. Kuzma, the number 8 hitter, singled to lead off the inning, and so Stevens trying to follow suit and set up the top of the order with a pair of runners on for Corvallis. Here's the 0-1. This one is hit softly behind first. Wong ranging back, and he just couldn't get there. Good effort by Pohau Wong, but that one just a little too far out of his range. 0-2. Prokopis is ahead of Chad Stevens. And for Kuzma, by the way, that was his first hit of the season with these Knights after starting 0 for 7. 0-2 misses high from Prokopis. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And you know that has to feel good for Kuzma coming over to his summer collegiate team to get that first hit out of the way. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Stevens. This one is popped up behind second base. Tucker Johnson is underneath it, and he hauls it in for out number 1. So the first out recorded by Prokopis out of the bullpen, and it's the top of the order now for Corvallis with Emilio Alcantar. Alcantar was hit by the very first pitch of the 4th inning and came around to score. Also stole a bag in that 4th frame. And the first pitch to Alcantar is in for strike 1.
It's over your head and it's still in the strike zone.
No balls and 1 strike. 1 strike. And the pitch misses just a little low, perhaps outside. 1-2 now the count. Check that, 1-1. And a foul tip to the screen, so returning to first base is Jack Kuzma. He was running on that pitch, but a foul off the bat of Alcantar forces him to retreat to first. Prokopis is ahead 1-2. Out of the bullpen in his first inning of work here tonight, looking to sit these Knights down fairly quickly and give the HarbourCats a chance to get back up to the plate. Here's a grounder, chance for 2. Prokopis to second for 1. Weiss on to first. The throw is wide of the bag. Staying at first is Alcantar. So the HarbourCats do get 1, and there are 2 away in the inning. But speed aboard for Corvallis. Alcantar already, as mentioned, has stolen a bag. And with 2 outs on first base, we'll see if he's running again.
Now batting the third baseman, Matt Kelly.
It'll be Matt Kelly to hit. third baseman. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored so far. And again, Prokopis, we would expect to be very careful with the runner over there at first base. Alcantar would love to swipe second again and get in scoring position with 2 outs for Kelly. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat, and running on the first pitch is Alcantar. The throw to second is in time to get him. Emilio Alcantar is thrown out by Bryce Bonner behind the plate, and that's it for the Corvallis here in the 4th.
All right. Time for some heads or tails, folks. Stand on up. Stand on up. Here we go. This is really simple. Put your hand on your head or your tail. If you're wrong, you sit down. We keep going. Okay, here we go. Heads or tails. Tails. Hands on your head. Sit down. Wow, that was so amazing section here. Heads or tails? It is heads. Hands on your tail. Sit down. Heads or tails? You are incorrect, sir. It is tails. Hands on your head. Sit down. 1, 2, 3. You got a couple over there? Over there. Here we go. Tails. It is a head. Hands on your tail. Sit down. Tails, your hands on your head, sit down. You got any left over there? You got filled up here for 1 here. All right. And 1 there? All right, I'll just get a couple of items.
Both are at one in the hotel, one in the hotel.
Leading off for HarbourCats, the shortstop from UNC Wilmington, number 26.
Back here for the bottom of the 5th inning in Victoria, the HarbourCats and the Knights tied at 2. If you're just joining us, I'm Mike Edwards filling in for Jonathan Hodgson battling an illness. We certainly hope to have John back soon behind the mic, but for now it's a 2-2 ball game between Victoria and Corvallis. Riley Zajac providing all of the offense for Victoria so far with a 2-run blast back in inning number 4. And his UNC teammate, Cole Weiss, UNT Wilmington, I should say, teammate Cole Weiss, is starting off the bottom of the 5th for Victoria. He lifts it in the air to left field. Going back is Travis, and a couple of steps in front of the wall makes the play. So a bit of a loud out number 1 for Cole Weiss. But an out's an out, and Victoria in a 2-2 ball game, trying to get back here to Lewis Crow. Crow has allowed 4 hits in now 4 1/3 innings, the 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. So forth, a good start so far for Corvallis. And the first pitch to Connor Whitney is in for strike 1. AJ Block on the other side started for Victoria, went 4, gave up 2 hits and a walk and 2 earned runs. And strike 2 called on Connor Whitney. He's quickly in the hole, 0-2. And here's the 0-2 pitch from Crow. Whitney started his swing. The appeal down to first base is declined. And it's 1-2. Whitney with a foul on 1-2 to stay alive. Top of the order is coming up after Connor Whitney with DJ Porter. Porter so far 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
In less than a minute.
So looking to get off the Schneider, at least put something in play when he comes up to hit. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Connor Whitney. And this one is sliced foul right by the HarbourCats dugout. One ball and 2 strikes. And this one is lifted in the air to center field. Alcantar underneath it. And he puts it away for out number 2. So a pair of flyouts for the HarbourCats to start this bottom half of the 5th inning. And here is Porter.
I'm going to quickly change.
So both pitchers looking to sit down their respective opponents. An inning after they each gave up 2 runs. They've mirrored each other so far. Nothing through 3 on either side of the board. 2 each in the 2nd. And nothing so far for either team here in the 5th. Here's the 0-1 pitch to DJ Porter. And a check swing. They say it was a foul tip into the glove for strike 2. So Crow looking to sit down the HarbourCats in order in this 5th inning with 1 more strike on Porter. Here's the 0-2. In there, strike 3 called. 3 strikeouts on the day for DJ Porter, and Lewis Crow has a 1-2-3 inning for Corvallis. Heading to the 6th inning, it's 2-2 here on Go Live Broadcasts.
On your mark, get set, go! No. Around the logo, not home plate. Now pitching for your HarbourCats from the University of San Diego, number 27, Greg Casper.
Top of the 6th inning here in Victoria, and a new pitcher on the mound for the HarbourCats as Taylor Prokopis goes 1 inning in relief of AJ Block. It's Greg Casper now on the mound, standing at 6 feet, 175 pounds, out of the University of San Diego. Casper in his 2nd season this year with the HarbourCats after joining Victoria last year. On the campaign, a 2.70 ERA in 3 1/3 innings pitched. 6 strikeouts already for Casper on the season. And there's a good-looking strike. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Leading things off here for Corvallis is Matt Kelly. 2-3-4 for the Knights here in the 6th inning. The 1-1 misses high and outside. 2 balls and a strike.
Here we go now, Kelly.
Casper out of Pocatello, Idaho. Again, his second season with Victoria. And an important part of the middle of the HarbourCats bullpen. A check swing, called strike. They say he went around the home plate umpire, Joe Mallinson, making that call himself. And it's 2-2. Here's the pitch from Casper. And missing for ball 3, counts full 3-2 for Matt Kelly, leading off the 6th inning for Corvallis, I should say. Chance for them to do some damage here with the big bats coming up in a tie ball game. Corvallis opened the scoring in the top half of the 4th with 2 runs off of A.J. Block. 3-2 is popped foul behind the plate. Bryce Bonner back to the screen, but he runs out of room. Still 3-2. Jordan Cassar waits on deck. And as the home run leader in the West Coast League, Cassar with 6 long balls. Outside for ball 4. So this is the situation you don't want to face Cassar in with runners on, considering those aforementioned 6 long balls on the campaign already for Cassar. Nobody out, and Matt Kelly on first. Cassar has both hit and pitched for Corvallis, as he did this past season with Pepperdine University. Adds a definite element of flexibility for the Knights head coach, Brooke Knight. 1-0. Missing well high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes as Bryce Bonner goes out to have a chat with Greg Casper. The cleanup hitter, Dylan Schrum, waits in the on-deck circle for Corvallis. A 2-0 count to the hitter at the plate, Jordan Cassar, with Matt Kelly on first base. And the home plate umpire comes out to have a quick chat. Looks like the trainer's coming out for Victoria. So some concern about Greg Casper. HarbourCats pitching coach Mike Spears follows him out. Perhaps Casper may have injured himself on that last pitch, getting checked out by Victoria's medical staff. As the bullpen down the right field line starts to work for Victoria, with in the event that Casper needs to come out of this ball game. And it looks like Victoria is going to make the move to the bullpen. Brian McRae has made the call, and incoming a new pitcher for Victoria, so Greg Casper leaves with an injury here with a runner on first in the 6th inning.
Broadcasting all home games for the Victoria HarbourCats live out of the truck on GoLiveBroadcast.com. Here's your 2016 Victoria HarbourCats Plays of the Year. Enjoy.
3-2 again, swung on, hit high and deep to left field. To the track, to the wall, Alcantara reaches up and pulls it back. A.J. Alcantara. Bunted third base side, Pleshkel steps up, goes to first in time. Swung on into left center field, it gets down. Cameron Cannon has walked off the Bend Elks. Up within center is Stone. He fires, but the tag is made by Guntrip. What a play by Riley Guntrip. Bellingham may contest. 1-0 pitch grounded to short. Jew to Floyd. Over to first to Pryor. Double play around the horn. 6-4-3. That'll send us to the bottom of the 9th inning. He gets into this one high and deep to left field at the track, the wall. That ball is off the wall. 1-0 pitch. Fly ball left field. That has a charge on it. To the track, to the wall. That ball is gone. Griffin Andrechuk. The pitch is lined into left field. Staying up though, and the sliding grab is made by Snyder in left field. Bunch shown. Snap throw to first. It is a good throw and he got him. 2-2, back to the mound. Back to second, on to first, double play. Once again from McCaffrey, swing and a miss, strike 3. The pitch is swung on, hit well to left. That ball is deep, and that ball is gone. Tommy Jew brings 5,000 to their feet.
Back here in Victoria in the 6th inning, and Greg Casper forced to lead for the HarbourCats with what looked like an injury, walking off with the HarbourCats medical trainer. And the new pitcher for Victoria is Indigo Diaz, coming into this one out of Iowa Western Community College, going into his freshman season there next year. Diaz from North Vancouver, BC, standing at 6'4", 245, has a very good arm, can touch low to mid-90s with the fastball. And Diaz this season posting a 4.50 ERA in 8 innings pitched. And he comes in with a 2-0 count on Jordan. Comes in with a 2-0 count on Jordan Kassar. Now it's 2-1 as he fired over a strike. And here's the pitch. This one cued off the end of the bat foul. Now 2-2. So quickly go to the bullpen. Diaz doing a nice job getting strikes across and evening up the count at 2-2. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. Matt Kelly stands on first base for the Knights. And the 2-2. In there, strike 3 called. So right out of the bullpen comes Indigo Diaz to get Jordan Kassar looking on strikes for out number 1.
Now batting the first baseman, number 31, Dylan Shaw.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Dylan Schrum. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout on his line so far here this evening. Diaz misses up high and tight. That one at 91 on the radar gun. One ball and no strikes. And there's a called strike 1. Just catching the outside half of the plate. And the count's even with 1 out. Matt Kelly on first. The double play is in order for the HarbourCats. And here's the 1-1. In the dirt, blocked by Bryce Bonner. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. In from shortstop to have a word with Diaz is Cole Weiss as he visits the mound. See a number of shortstops do this in baseball, and especially in the major leagues. They're generally considered the leaders of the defense. Troy Tulowitzki comes to mind, the Toronto Blue Jays, the guy who you'll often see go in to have a word with the pitcher on the mound. That one in tight on Schrum at 89 miles per hour, and it's 3-1. Three-1 pitch. We'll see if Schrum has the green light here. Runner goes, pitches high for ball 4, so the throw down to second isn't going to matter. Got away from the shortstop covering Cole Weiss anyway. And so a walk for Dylan Schrum puts runners on first and second with one out for the designated hitter, Gabe Matthews. Corvallis trying to muscle their way back in front after taking a 2-0 lead. Riley Zajac evened it up with a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch, a hack by Matthews and fouled back to the screen. It's 0-1. No balls and a strike. And the delivery, another foul back behind home plate by Matthews. And he is behind in the hole, 0-2. Jace Duty would hit. He waits in the on-deck circle. Matthews at the plate with 2 men on and 1 out. And here's the 0-2 from Indigo Diaz. This one is hit in the air to right field. Over to it is DJ Porter, and he puts it away. Tagging is the runner from second, and Kelly will get up to third safely. So a smart play by him to tag up on the fly ball to right field. And the Knights have runners on the corners now with 2 outs. It'll be Duty to hit. He is 0 for 1 with a walk as well. 10 RBIs on the season. One of the top run producers so far for Corvallis. And has a chance to drive in a run here at least with a base hit. First pitch misses down and in. And it's 1-0 to Jace Duty. Indigo Diaz coming in the top of the 6th inning with nobody out after Greg Casper appeared to injure himself. 1 ball and no strikes. And a swing and a miss by Duty. 88 that time on the gun from Indigo Diaz. Ball and a strike. And just missing for ball 2. To the displeasure of the fans here at Royal Athletic Park. But a 2-1 count now to Jace Duty. And here's the 2-1 pitch. In there for strike 2. So the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Diaz 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning unscathed. The runner at third, Matt Kelly, is Casper's responsibility. And here's to 2-2. Into center, left center field. Over to it is Zajac, and he makes the play. Riley Zajac saving a run with a fine play in left center field, and we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, still tied at 2.
She is going to play our Tim Hortons game. Vanessa, you know what she's doing here? Congratulations. Vanessa, you want to give credit to Tim Hortons? and tomorrow is Winning Wednesday with Spinners. It's also our first ever faith night with Class County Church. Thursday is our first ladies only night. Men are allowed to vote to help every electric support ovarian cancer treatment with mediation to help battle ovarian cancer. Friday is Horses Friday, the Galaxy Motors. Saturday, come play ball with us from 11 to 4:30, and community scrub games sponsored by Pensacola, right here at RAP. Tickets are available online at HarbourCats.com.
Back here in Victoria for the bottom of the 6th inning, and Riley Zajac has done it all here tonight. A 2-run home run is the only 2 runs the HarbourCats have on the board, and he just saved what would have been the go-ahead run with a sliding catch in left center field to end the top half of the 6th inning. Back out there on the mound for Corvallis is Lewis Crow. He gets a pop-up into foul ground, and that will get out of play into the dugout area of the Knights. Ho Hao Wong at the plate here to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. He is 1 for 2. Reached on an infield single back to the pitcher in inning number 1. And we'll see if Victoria can get some energy from that nice play in left by Zajac. And we'll see if that can propel them to go ahead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's a ball hit on the ground to first. Coming up with it is Schrum, and he takes it himself for the first out. Lewis Crow now, 5 1/3 innings, has allowed 4 hits, no walks, 2 earned runs, and has struck out 5. So a very nice performance from him. Right now in line for the no decision, as is AJ Block, the starter for Victoria. HarbourCats got him off the hook with the Zajac 2-run home run. So here's Davis Wenzel, and he looks at a strike. Base is empty and 1 away. Still plenty of daylight here at Royal Athletic Park. The shadows, though, are starting to creep in, and that could provide an interesting challenge for these hitters in the next couple innings. Wenzel, a fly ball to deep right field. Jordan Kassar back and makes the play. So there are 2 quick outs here for Crow to start the 6th. And trying to avoid the 1-2-3 inning now is Kevin Collard, the DH. Collard on the day, 1 for 2 with a run scored. He doubled and then came around to score on the home run by Zajac. Matt back in the 4th inning. First pitch bounces to the plate. It's 1-0.
It's all right. I'll take this over the community.
0-1 count. My mistake. And the pitch outside. Now it's 1-1. Kevin Collard has been swinging a hot bat of late for Victoria, and on this homestand is 3 for 4 combined between the 2 games so far. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it's in for strike 1. He was right on the first pitch of the at-bat, by the way. It was a ball, so that was the 2-0 pitch, not the 1-1 pitch. Now it's a 2-1 count. And the 2-ball, 1-strike pitch. In for strike 2. Good breaking ball, comes back to catch the outer half of the plate. Base is empty with 2 away. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count on Kevin Collard as Lewis Crow in his 6th inning of work looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And the 2-2. Collard pops it back behind home plate and it'll get out of play. Tucker Johnson waits in the on-deck circle. He would hit if Collard can reach. Here is another 2-2. And in tight just getting out of the way of it was Collard, and the count is now full. Three and two, and here's the pitch from. Is in there, strike three called. Collard was already headed down to first base, hoping for the walk, but he is struck out looking by Lewis Crow to end the inning. Through 6 here at Royal Athletic Park, it is 2-2, the HarbourCats and the Knights.
All right, gentlemen, heads down. On your marks, get set, spin. Facing into Alex Burton and Victoria Holmes.
Indigo Diaz back out there for the HarbourCats, here to start the top half of the 7th inning. A 2-2 ball game between the HarbourCats and the Corvallis Knights, and Diaz starts out Taylor Travis with a strike. 7, 8, and 9 here for Corvallis in the 7th. And the 0-1 pitch misses well outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lewis Crow has put in 6 strong innings for Corvallis. Allowed the 2 earned runs. There is some activity going on in the bullpen down the left field line. Again, missing outside is Diaz, and it's 2-1. Probably nearing the end of the line of his night of work is Crow, but we'll see if he comes back out for the 7th inning, or if they make the call to the bullpen. Swing and a miss by Travis. It's 2-2. Taylor Travis 0 for 2 tonight with the strikeout. And the 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Indigo Diaz gets Taylor Travis on strikes to start out the 7th inning.
Now batting the second baseman, number 16.
And so here is Jack Kuzma with the bases empty and 1 away. First pitch to Kuzma misses high from Diaz. It's 1-0. 2 runs on 4 hits and no errors for Victoria. 2 runs on 3 hits and no errors for Corvallis. Been a very evenly matched contest so far. And that one drops in for strike 1. One ball and 1 strike with 1 away. And the pitch. A swing and a miss by Kuzma. That one was outside off the plate, but Kuzma chased it, and it's 1-2. Diaz ahead in the count, and the 1-2 delivery. on the ground to third, but it'll get fouled down the third base side. Diaz changing speeds that time at 77. Get some soft stuff up there, and as a result, Kuzma was out in front. In there, strike three called. Back to the hard stuff for Diaz, 93 on the fastball, and it catches the corner for his second strikeout of the inning.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Chad Stevens.
So here's the 9-hitter, Chad Stevens. He's 0 for 2. Just a note for Corvallis, the pitcher in the bullpen has sat down, who was previously warming up, so that could mean that Lewis Crow is coming back out for the 7th. One ball and no strikes to Stevens. Prokopas looking for a 1-2-3 7th in a 2-2 ball game. There's a strike on the outer half, 1-1 the count. And here's the 1-1. Swing and a foul back to the screen. So Prokopas ahead 1-2. Stevens just looking to put one in play here after Travis and Kuzma were unable to do so, each striking out here in the top of the 7th inning. Here's the 1-2. In there, strike three called. And Indigo Diaz strikes out the side here in the 7th. The HarbourCats coming back up to hit. Tied 2-2 on Go Live broadcasts.
I'm looking for my best dancer. Let's go. He's crushing it. I see some good moves going on down here. Let's go. I think I may have found my winner. Yeah, there we go. You have won a ticket to the Love Salon of America. Congratulations. And great dancing. Leading off your HarbourCats, the second baseman from Baylor University. Number 11.
Back here for the bottom of the 7th after the 7th inning stretch here at Royal Athletic Park. And Lewis Crow is indeed back out there for inning number 7. So Brooke Knight electing to keep his starter out there as Tucker Johnson swings away at the first pitch. Grounder to short, throw on to first is in time. And a 1-pitch out to start the 7th inning for Crow.
Now batting the left fielder from UNC Wilmington.
So here is Riley Zajac now with the bases empty and one out, I should say. Zajac went deep over the wall for a 2-run shot and has provided all of the offense for Victoria in this game. Swing and a miss by Zajac on the first pitch, and it's 0-1. No balls and a strike, and a foul down towards the dugout for Corvallis. It's 0-2 as Crow is ahead. Bryce Barner to follow followed by Cole Weiss if it gets that far here in the bottom of the 7th. Nothing in 2 to Zajac. And outside and high, an easy take for Riley Zajac, and it's 1 and 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And just outside, Zajac takes, and it's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two comes inside and almost hits Zajac. Count full, 3 and 2. HarbourCats looking for their first base runner since the 5th inning. They were set down in order last time through in the 6th by Lewis Crow. Swing and a miss, Zajac down on strikes. And quickly 2 down here in the 7th inning for Crow. And now it's going to be Bryce Bonner, the catcher, digging in.
Number 10, Bryce.
Bonner is 0 for 2 on the day. And it drops the average for him down to 250. First pitch to Bonner misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. And Bonner pops it up, and it'll get out of play. In the seats in behind the Knights dugout. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, some HarbourCats just looking for some life here against Lewis Crow, who has gotten better, it seems, as the game has gone on. 1 and 1. In there for strike 2. Good movement on the pitch from Crow. Looked like it started out inside and then came back to catch the inside corner. One ball and 2 strikes. In there, strike 3 called. Bonner frozen by Lewis Crow, who has 2 strikeouts in the inning and another 1-2-3 frame. Headed to the 8th inning, it's 2-2. HarbourCats and Corvallis Knights deadlocked on Go Live Broadcasts.
I don't know what that noise was, but there are dogs in Langford going, what was that? That was high pitch. Since 1968, my parents were up to the committee supporting our growing community. People all over the development company to run our show for their Victoria. We're proud to live here and be part of the success of so many educational and community initiatives and to support our Victoria HarbourCats. For further information, visit CarrickConstruction.ca. The HarbourCats are pleased to have Christian J. Stewart as the official photographer for the team. Christian will be capturing all the exciting action during the 2017 season, as well as providing game summaries at the completion of all home games. Also, restrictions and stories on HarbourCats webpage, and viewing purchase images of your favorite HarbourCats players on this website, HarbourCatPhotos.com.
Top of the 8th inning here at Royal Athletic Park, and Jack Taggett is the new pitcher for Victoria on the mound. He has only made one appearance so far on the season in West Coast League play with a even 18.00 ERA in the one inning he has pitched so far. He did throw 2 scoreless innings the other day on Sunday afternoon against the Kitsap Blue Jackets in non-league action. There's a strike from Taggett, and he evens up the count at 1-1. Action continues down in the bullpen for Corvallis, with the big right-hander Darren Nelson warming up. Starter Lewis Crow has gone 7 innings, allowing just 4 hits, no walks, 2 earned runs, and 8 strikeouts. Very good performance from him. And here's the 1-2 pitch from Taggett. Swing and a miss in the dirt, and Bonner throws down to first base to complete the strikeout of Emilio Alcantar for out number 1. The lights have come on here at Royal Athletic in the outfield. Still though, a lot of daylight. Of course, tomorrow is the longest day of the year and officially the start of summer. Not a cloud in the sky here in Victoria, and a beautiful day to come out to the ballpark. Showing bunt on the first pitch was Matt Kelly, and bunting it foul. Kelly 1 for 2 with a walk, also scored a run today. And here's the 0-1 pitch from Taggett. This one is grounded foul, back towards the on-deck circle. Taggett quickly ahead, 0-2. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Matt Kelly strikes out for the 2nd time tonight. And there are 2 down. Jordan Kassar grounds it foul on the first pitch. Nobody on, 2 outs here for Corvallis in the top of the 8th inning. Jack Taggett has come in and done a nice job so far, looking to make it a 1-2-3 inning. And a swing and a miss by Kassar. It's 0-2. So after striking out Alcantar and Kelly, Taggett has a chance to do what Indigo Diaz did in the top of the 7th, and that is strike out the side. Here's the 0-2 in the dirt, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jordan Kassar is 0 for 3, but he does have an RBI here this evening. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So indeed, Jack Taggett does strike out the side for Victoria, and we head to the bottom of the 8th. Deadlock still at 2.
Little yog.
You have to skip and then
All right, there's our winner. If that is you in the intro booth and playing a regular on Barclays, fine, that's what you order.
A 2-2 ball game here at Royal Athletic Park as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The HarbourCats coming up, looking to jump in front, and a new pitcher is on the mound here for the 8th for Corvallis. It's Darren Nelson. Has only appeared in one game so far this season. Went 2 2/3 scoreless innings with 5 strikeouts. Did not allow a hit or a walk in that appearance. So the numbers are very good for him to start his West Coast League campaign here in 2017. Nelson standing at 6'8", 255 out of Granite Bay, California. And there's a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Cole Weiss leading things off for Victoria here in the bottom of the 8th. And the 1-1. Grounded to the second baseman, Kuzma. He gloves it and flips over to first for a quick first out here in the 8th inning. It's 8-9-1 for Victoria. Weiss and Whitney, and then the top of the order for DJ Porter here in the 8th. Big righty Darren Nelson getting an important first out for the Knights. So here is Whitney, and he's swinging away at the first pitch to the third baseman, Matt Kelly. Comes up with it, throws across the diamond, and 2 quick groundouts for Darren Nelson here to start the 8th inning. This is empty for DJ Porter with 2 down. And Porter sporting an 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Trying to avoid the golden sombrero here in this at-bat. Breaking ball drops in for strike 1. Nelson ahead and looking to make quick work of the HarbourCats here in the 8th. No balls and 1 strike to DJ Porter. And swinging a foul back behind home plate. It's 0-2. Two-two ball game, the HarbourCats and the Knights. Nobody on with 2 away, and the 0-2 pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Waiting on deck is Po-How Wong. He is 1 for 3 on the day should Porter reach. 1-2. And again in the dirt, blocked by Duty, and the count evens back up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 good takes by Porter. And Nelson gets set for the 2-2 delivery. Porter on the ground foul. That one looked like it nicked off of the hand of the home plate umpire, Joe Mallinson. He's taken a couple deflections here today. Back, I believe it was in the 4th inning. In between innings, he got some medical attention, got an ice pack, but toughing it out back there. Count still 2-2. And here's the pitch. Swing and a foul as Porter just got a piece to stay alive. Good battle up there. Here with nobody on and 2 out. HarbourCats trying to avoid going quietly here in the 8th inning. Two balls and 2 strikes. And that one missing high from Nelson. The count is full. So a nice at-bat here from DJ Porter. They're falling behind 0-2, fouling off some tough pitches, taking some pitches, and running the count full. And here's the payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. So a very good at-bat here with 2 outs for DJ Porter to work the walk. And that'll set up a runner on first for Po-How Wong.
University, number 14, Po-How Wong.
Nelson, not quite out of the inning yet for Corvallis, despite 2 quick outs. Facing Po-Hao Wong. Quick spin and a throw to first base. Back in safely is Porter. We'll see if Porter is potentially sent by Troy Birtwistle, the first base coach for the HarbourCats. Porter, a guy with some decent speed over there at first, so here's the pitch to Wong, and it's in for a strike. Shadows almost entirely covering the field here in Victoria. Again, the lights are on out in center field. And here's the 0-1 pitch from Nelson. This one is grounded to third. It'll get just foul. And Wong stays alive. 0-2. Nelson is ahead of Po-Hao Wong, 0-2. And a quick throw over to first. Porter back in safe. Two runs on 4 hits and no errors for Victoria. 2 runs on 3 hits and no errors still for Corvallis. Nothing really to separate these two teams here so far tonight through 8 2/3 innings. And now Nelson comes set for the 0-2 pitch to Wong. And outside, running is Porter. The throw is well offline, and Porter is into second base with a steal. So DJ Porter rewarded for his aggression, running on the 0-2 pitch. It's now 1-2 on Wong, and Porter has himself in scoring position as the go-ahead run. Activity in the HarbourCats bullpen. We'll likely see a new pitcher out for the top of the 9th. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This one into left field. It is in for a base hit. Being sent is the runner Porter. The throw home is not in time. Gets away from the catcher. Porter scores. Wong comes through with an RBI single, and the HarbourCats jump ahead 3-2. And now being attended to is the catcher, Jace Duty. He was clipped by Porter as the throw came in. Wasn't able to keep it in front of him and apply the tag. The throw actually beat Porter, it looked like, to the plate. But getting all the way to the backstop allowed Porter to score, and now Duty is in some pain. Being attended to there to the left of home plate. And so a big base hit for Po-Hao Wong brings the HarbourCats ahead 3-2. The attendance for tonight's contest, 1,473 here at Royal Athletic Park. And yesterday we had a very good attendance number with School Spirit Day. A lot of school children, more than 2,300, as being helped off the field is Duty. Never like to see that, so we've had 1 injury on both sides here tonight. Duty just now for Corvallis, and Greg Casper, who had to leave back in the 6th inning. At second base is Po-Hao Wong. He just drove in DJ Porter, and Wong moved up to second on the errant throw in. So another important run, an insurance run out there at second base for the HarbourCats, and Davis Wenzel coming to the plate. Wenzel waits on deck as the new pitcher begins to warm up. Darren Nelson still on the mound. Same pitcher, but a new catcher into the game, rather, for Corvallis. It's Troy Clonch out of Oregon State. And so here is Wenzel. Nelson still out there trying to get that final out after recording 2 quick ground outs to start the bottom half of the 8th inning. And so here's the first pitch to Wenzel. After Weiss and Whitney each grounded out, it was a walk issued to DJ Porter on a lengthy at bat. Porter won the battle and made his way to first, stole second, and then came in to score on the single by Po-Hao Wong. Stepping off the rubber is Nelson to regroup for the 0-1 pitch. Wenzel 0 for 3 on the game. And the 0-1. In for strike 2. Joe Mallinson hesitating a little bit before making the strike 2 call, much to the dismay of the fans here at Royal Athletic, but in any case, ahead 0-2 is Darren Nelson, looking to get the Knights out of the inning. And the 0-2. Missing high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kevin Collard waits on deck should Wenzel reach. And here's the 1-2 pitch. In tight, and Wenzel takes for ball 2. So again, Nelson getting ahead of Davis Wenzel, but now Wenzel being patient up there and evening the count back up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Po-Hao Wong is out there at second base. And Nelson sets for the 2-2. Up the middle, a base hit into center field. Wong's coming in, and he's going to score. The HarbourCats extend the lead to 4-2, thanks to a single by Davis Wenzel. And an important insurance run is driven in by Wenzel to make it 4-2 and give Victoria an extra cushion. So now here is Kevin Collard. At first base is Wenzel. Collard is looking to find a gap somewhere to give Wenzel a chance to score. The HarbourCats look for some more insurance here. Darren Nelson still not out of the inning. And that's ruled a balk on Darren Nelson, so up to second goes Wenzel. So an extra 90 feet gifted to the HarbourCats, and looking to take advantage of it is Collard, with now Wenzel in scoring position. Brooke Knight will go out to have a word with the umpire who made the call. He wasn't pleased that the balk was called as the infield comes into the mound to have a chat with the big righty, Darren Nelson. Again, he got 2 outs quickly, both on the ground, weak contact induced off the bats of Cole Weiss and Connor Whitney, but then has not retired a batter since. HarbourCats and Knights with 2 each in the 4th. Victoria has since added 2 here in the bottom of the 8th. And that's where we stand, a 4-2 ball game. And the first pitch to Kevin Collard. That one missing for ball 1. Wenzel was out there at second base, moving closer and further away from the bag, trying to draw some distraction. 1-0 to Collard. And outside again, 2-0. So Kevin Collard ahead here in a 2-0 count, a chance to pick out a pitch and a location. Tucker Johnson waits in the on-deck circle for Victoria, and here's the 2-0 pitch from Nelson. Outside once again, and it's 3-0. So 3 straight balls to Kevin Collard, and Darren Nelson is having trouble getting the Knights out of the inning. Does have the base open at first if he wants to use it. Nelson now comes set for the 3-0 pitch. And it's in for strike 1. So not quite a walk just yet for Collard. And a chance here on 3-1. We assume he has the green light. Collard looking to drive something into the outfield that gives Wenzel a chance to score. 3-1. And that one just off the hands of Collard, right in on the hands, but fouled off. And the count's full at 3-2. Looked like Collard was trying to hold up on the swing, but the ball did make contact with the bat anyway. Wenzel on second with 2 outs, already 2 in for Victoria here in the 8th. And here's the payoff pitch from Nelson to Kevin Collard. On the ground to first, hard hit, but coming up with it is Sherm, and he goes to the bag to retire the side. The HarbourCats get 2 here in the bottom of the 8th, and it's the last chance coming up for Corvallis in the top of 9.
Oh, you're a good singing crowd. Let's hear ya. Now pitching for your HarbourCats from the University of San Diego, number 23, Travis Coons. As we thank the commissioners for the program to follow, the commissioners just eliminating everywhere, communities. On Friday and Saturday, after the home games, hopefully one of them the Duke and Darcy.
Back here in Victoria for the top of the 9th inning, the last chance for the Corvallis Knights, who trail 4-2, and Travis Kuhn is on for the save for Victoria, going into his freshman season next year at the University of San Diego. From Norco, California, Kuhn has 3 saves on the season and posts a 2.00 ERA in 9 innings pitched with 7 strikeouts, 6 hits allowed to 4 walks. And Kuhn set for his first delivery of the evening. And missing high for ball 1. Top of the order here for Corvallis. Excuse me, it's 4-5-6 for Corvallis here in the 9th, with Dylan Schrum leading it off. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. That one in there for strike 1. Kuhn standing at 6'1", 190, and has done a nice job as the primary closer here for Victoria. And there is strike 2. Schrum held up on the swing, but it was called a strike anyway. That was 90 miles an hour on the gun from Travis Kuhn. And here's the 2-2 delivery. Grounded foul down the right side. Schrum stays alive. Following Schrum, it is Gabe Matthews and then the new catcher, Troy Clonch, who came in after the injury to Corvallis. Here's Kuhn, missing outside, now 3-2. Jay Studi was the catcher who started the game for Corvallis, but left on the collision at home plate with DJ Porter in the bottom of the 8th. 3-2. In the air to right field. Porter ranging back towards the wall. Porter still back, reaching up, and he makes the catch. DJ Porter reaching up right at the fence and bringing one back for Travis Kuhn to keep it at 4-2. A difficult play for Porter in right field, but just within his reach, and that's out number 1 here in the 9th inning. Schrum going the other way, almost took on the opposite field and cleared the fence, but didn't quite clear the reach of DJ Porter. So here's Gabe Matthews. He's 1 for 3 with a run batted in on the game. And Kuhn is ahead 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. And a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Elsewhere in the West Coast League tonight, 3 other games on the docket. The Kelowna Falcons lead the Bellingham Bells 8-1 in the top of the 9th inning. Port Angeles leads Bend 4-3 in the top of the 8th. And the Yakima Valley Pippins in front of Walla Walla 3-2 in the 6th. The 0-2 misses high, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here at Royal Athletic Park, the HarbourCats have a 4-2 lead over the Corvallis Knights with nobody on and 1 away in the top of the 9th. 1-2 in there for strike 3. And down on strikes goes Gabe Matthews as Kuhn is 1 out away for Victoria to wrap this one up. So here is Troy Clanch. On the season, he's at 182. This is his first at-bat of the evening. Again, coming as a defensive replacement for the injured Jay Studi. Clanch looked at a strike on the first pitch, and now a foul down the right side. Kuhn is ahead 0-2. 1 pitch away for Travis Kuhn. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll do it. The HarbourCats win by a final of 4-2 as Travis Kuhn locks down the save. It was a single by Po-Hao Wong that scored DJ Porter in the bottom of the 8th inning that put the HarbourCats ahead 3-2. And with that, the HarbourCats improved to 9-8, a game above 500, taking game 1 of 3 here in Victoria over the Corvallis Knights. For Chris Jaycox in the truck and Jonathan Hodgson, I am Mike Edwards filling in. Thanks for watching Go Live Broadcast. The HarbourCats take it by a final of 4-2.
HarbourCats